What is up, trainers? Today we're going to be talking about an amazing announcement that was made today about local championship tournaments coming back. If you watched my previous video, I did outline a lot of the same things I'm going to outline in this video. I'm going to preface this video by saying I think it's an amazing thing that League Cups and Challenges are coming back. Local tournaments and local tournament scene is integral to the growth of the game. I think both of those things are very pivotal, so I want to start with that disclaimer, and I'm going to explain to you guys what League Cups are, what League Challenges are, for those of you who have not played since the pandemic, those of you who have come into the game pre-2020, whatever, post-2020, whatever, I'd said something there, but we're going to break down what this means for the overall scope of the World Championship invite, how you can qualify now, what your path can be, how to find these events in the event locator, and then my thoughts on what they did right and why it was good this time around. My apprehensions were all, talked about in a previous video that is now privated. If you were able to luckily catch that one, good on you guys. Flew a little bit too close to the sun there, but this one won't be clickbaity. This one's just going to be informational for you guys to learn alongside me. And I will explain to you guys how this is going to affect the circuit and how it could affect the circuit going into the 2024 season as well. So attention trainers, soon you'll be able to battle for prizes, glory, and championship points as exciting in-store play Pokemon events return to the 2023 Championship Series season, which is awesome. So far getting points was only available at regionals, internationals, and that's it. So you had to go to these big events and perform very well to earn a World Championship invite. To put in perspective, to earn a World Championship invite purely off of regionals, you had to top 32 6 of them. That is a lot. That is a minimum of 10 wins at 6 regionals. That is not an easy feat for players to do. I have not done that this season. I do not have 6 top 32 finishes or better. Let's just put that into perspective. Okay? So that's why this is so important. So the announcement was made saying that players, okay, that's a big P. For TCG players, League Challenges and League Cups are returning soon. League Challenges are the first rung of true competitive play with small World Championship payouts to get players started on the road. So League Challenges are usually like 5 or 6 Swiss round tournaments, best of 1, not best of 3 that you're used to at regionals. It's just a best of 1 tournament, no top cut. Winner is winner, etc., etc. And you get out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 through 8 will get CP depending on the kicker, and you get out of there, get your points. They are the smallest level of competition. They'll be held on most weeknights, some on weekends, but you can expect like a Wednesday night local to be transformed into a league challenge once per month, or a Thursday night local to be turned into a league challenge. Like that is the scope of what a league challenge is. League Cup, as it says here, for players looking to test themselves further, League Cups offer higher championship points awards to top finishers. League Cups are typically only allowed to be held on weekends because you must play through the same Swiss rounds, like 5 or 6 rounds of Swiss, maybe 7 potentially, depending on how big your cup is. And then you go into a top 8 bracket or top 4, depending on how many people there are. And then the top cut bracket will simmer down to a first place finish. League Challenges will award 15 championship points for the winner, and League Cups will offer 50 for the winner. A very stark difference in how much is offered. 50 championship points for a League Cup is the equivalent of top 64 in your regionals. So keep that in mind. Winning 2 League Cups and 2 League Challenges, I'm using 2 as a very specific number, I'll explain that in a second, puts you at 130 championship points, meaning you need to earn 220 championship points from other venues, whatever it may be. But that's not as difficult. You're getting about a third of what you need to go to the World Championships this way. Very cool. Similarly, VG players can look forward to the return of Premier Challenges in May and June. So if you're a VG player, that's your guys' prerogative. I don't really know much about their circuit or their tournament structure, whatever, It's the same as ours, but just like a little bit weirder, And then for Go, they'll have something else different down the line to get stipends to Columbus, Ohio. So we're going to go look at what League Cup tournaments are. So League Cups are, like I mentioned, 50 championship point tournaments, with the kicker going all the way down, depending on the people. I doubt most cups will have more than 48 people. With the announcement, with how close we are to Worlds, maybe it'll be pretty big, and people will really, really want to go. But I think, for the lack of better terms, this is probably the best route for a lot of people to go to stuff. Like, I think we'll probably see somewhere between 24 and 48 people, unless it's like crazy big. But top 8 cut will give you guys this many points. This is where the kicker's going to lie in. You have to kind of go through this bracket of people to win. And the best finish limit is listed at 2, which means your 2 best League Cups will be counted for the season. That is very, very, very important to know. League Challenges were similarly also listed. I believe I can click on this here. League Challenges will be the exact same one, where it'll be the Swiss rounds, 15 championship points for first, 12 for second, 10 for third, fourth, 8 for 5 through 8, and then 6 for the remaining. Best finish limit of 2. Once again, it's a TCG League Challenge. You get They don't get a promo card. I think Cups get a promo card and a mat if you win, but you don't get anything for a challenge. Probably like $5 entry, just show up and play. And then I think there's like a champion card if you win, or like a first place card, like first through fourth get cards, or they used to do that. So yeah. So what does this? Yeah, like I said, what does this mean for the World Championships? 350 was our World Championship invite qualifying stage. So this is going to basically make it a lot easier for you to qualify. If you're at like the 200, 250 threshold and you're worrying about where to get those last couple points, this is a great way to go find those points. So keep an eye. How are you going to find these events? Well, there's the event locator. I'm going to use New York City because I think it's just like a general city to use. So you're going to type in New York City. You're going to get all your locations. And you're going to be like, well, there's so many things on this event locator. How am I going to know which one's a league, which one's what? So we're going to go to filters. We're going to go to trading card game. So immediately filters out the VGC stuff. And you get tournaments. So this takes out the red stuff, which is leagues. Leagues are now no longer in the picture. And then now under more options, you can go ahead and select League Challenge. And it will come up once they're scheduled. And League Cup once they're scheduled. You can also schedule pre-release, for example. And those will also come up if they're scheduled. However, we just passed a pre-release window. So yes, that is what's all in there. Now that I've given you guys all the information on what League Cups are, how they're going to play, and what this means for the season, let me give you my thoughts. Disclaimer, these are my opinions and my opinions only. I'm not speaking for anyone else. During my time playing Pokemon, League Cups and Challenges have been brought back in many different ways, shapes, and forms, and this is probably the best way to do it with the best finish limit of 2 per quarter on a quarterly system. There have been times where players have been forced to play 8 per quarter, myself included, and that leads to significant burnout. And yeah, I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, Rahul, if there's 2 per quarter, and let's say the invite goes back to 500, you can earn your invite purely off of League Challenges and Cups. Sure, I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter how you get your World Championship invite. If that is your path to get there because you can't travel, but you are good enough to win at your local scene over and over again, you still deserve a shot to go to the World Championships. If that is your route to get there, I think it's incredibly difficult to win 8 cups and 8 challenges. Like, that is really hard to do. I don't think you guys understand. And if you can do that to earn your World Championship invite, so be it. Like, that is your route. That is your road. You are the best player in your local scene, and you have proved that time and time again. So you deserve a shot at the World Championships. I think it doesn't matter how you get to the World Championships. That's where you have to prove yourself. Like, the World Championship invite is just a starting point for players that want to prove themselves in the scene. So you have to get to the starting point. You have to get to the starting point of the race, basically. Everyone else, we're playing these prelims, we're playing these qualifiers. We're trying to earn our spot at the dance, at the ball, and then at the ball, you've got to be the prettiest lady. It's as simple as that. So, what this means for stipends and stuff for me is that now it's going to be adding a little bit of an extra element to chasing these stipends, to working harder for earning those slots into future internationals and future stuff. But all that being said, that's still not, if it's not 8 per, I think it's completely fine. I think 2 is like the correct number. This is what I hoped would happen. I would hope they wouldn't count for stipends just because, like, I think that should just be only internationals and regionals. So players who travel to those are then incentivized to snowball and go to bigger events. Whereas if you're just dominating your local scene, you're probably not going to get it anyway. But it kind of avoids the whole argument of I live in like a state with very few competitive players and very little competition, so I want a 6-person League Cup versus let's say me, who goes to like a 45-person League Cup where there's a bunch of contenders in Virginia, etc. So a lot of conversation to be had there, but I think this is an overall really, really good change. I think 2 per is good. I hope they keep it moving forward at 2 per quarter. I don't want to jinx myself. I don't want to tell Pokemon to go to 8. Please, 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 Pokemon, if you're watching, do not go to 8. That would make me really, really sad. But 2 per is fine. Given the amount of weekends remaining, April 14th to June 30th means that we have exactly 10 weekends, I believe. Let me count that again for you guys. I think I might be stupid. So it's going to count UIC weekend. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 11. I'm stupid. So there's 11 weekends available for competitive play to be scheduled. I think stores need to start scrambling and getting things in order. But go help out your local stores. If you are someone who is a competitive player that wants to help your local scene, try to organize it so there's not overlapping cups. Talk to your TOs. Make sure they kind of get in sync a little bit. But do what you guys can. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this informative video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe, please. I will get you guys ready for your World Championship invite this year as well as next year. That's the point of this channel. Join my Discord in the links in the comments below. In the link below, description. we've got a community there that's fostered to try to go for Worlds. So hope you guys have fun. Peace out.